Okay, so this is a really important FranklinCovey breakdown of the human beings. Covey calls this the Maturity Continuum. There's three main stages of a human being. The first, unfortunately, are dependent people. You make me feel when. You ever have a relationship like that? Somebody's always complaining, this, that, and that's like a codependent, dependent person. People are depending on someone else for success, for happiness, for validation. You familiar with these type of people? Of course we are. They're psychic vampires. They drain you. These are the most primitive, bad people there are. And I apologize if some of you are in that category, but you need to step up out of that category. Now, the world doesn't owe you shit. Mark Twain said, he wrote an article, you're not a victim. It's the first thing you need to say to yourself is that you are not a victim. You know, it's not the world, it's not the government, it's not your mom, your dad, your boss, it's not anybody that owes you anything. You are all grown men, as I am. We need to go and do all that we can ourselves. But what's interesting about the next stage is independence. But you've heard that phrase before, usually in relationships. Before you get a girlfriend, a wife, a husband, a boyfriend, you need to be okay for you first before you ruin somebody else's life. You heard that before, right? Okay, it sounds funny, but it's true. And if you're on an airplane, I'm on an airplane once or twice a week, and the thing that's annoying because it's the same damn message over and over again, but it goes something like this. In case of a water landing and the oxygen mask drops down, before you secure it on your child or somebody else, secure it on yourself first. You have to be secure for yourself. I'm a parent of 4 kids and I love my kids, but guess what? If a daddy dies, yeah, you know what I mean, or mommy daddy dies, who's gonna take care of the kids? It's self-preservation. I need to make sure that I'm alive because I have a tremendous amount of responsibilities that I'm involved in. Does that make sense? You need to be okay for yourself. So what Covey does, he's got 3 main habits that are built and engineered for what's called the private victory. Okay, it's being proactive, it's beginning with the end result in mind and putting first things first. This is relevant to everything we talked about this morning because being proactive doesn't just mean taking initiative, but that's a big part of it. You have to take initiative, not just wait for the magic up bus to come through, the magic unicorns with bags of money on its ass to come deliver them to you. But being proactive, Covey spins it called circle of influence versus circle of concern. Most people are enveloped in what's called the circle of concern. Things they have no control over, the weather, traffic, Obama, Hillary Clinton, taxes, death, shit that you can't control. We're enveloped in that gossip drama. Well, Covey said there's a more higher effective place that people should operate. It's called circle of influence. Your attitude, thoughts, actions, and behaviors. That's the first step. The next thing is begin with the end result in mind. That's that mind map. This is what influenced me to create that mind map for you all, is beginning with the end result in mind. That is extremely powerful. The next thing is putting first things first. This is a critical detriment, and it hurts all entrepreneurs, myself too. Be careful of distractions disguised as opportunities. Being able to understand what is the most important thing to do first, your time management organization. Now, if you could do that, if you could do the private victory, being proactive, beginning with the end result in mind, and putting first things first, you are now independent. I gotta tell you, embarrassed to say, I lived here for a long time. It was all about me. I'm rich, I'm successful, and I didn't care. And I wasn't kicking old people in like that, but I really just was all about me and mine. Does that make sense? There's a higher evolution on the maturity continuum. It's called interdependence. What interdependence has opened my company up. It took my company from doing, being worth about $10 million with all the interest, where now I'm on track to hit $100 million. I couldn't just do that with just dealer synergy. I've got a company called Automotive Digital Training where instead of me, which my paradigm as independent was, I'm the rock star, I'm Jay-Z, I'm this, right? But now with that other company, I have a software that has all these other trainers like Jim Ziegler, Ralph Paglia, Peter Martin, Danielle Casmi. All of these people are on my platform. Do you see what I'm saying? So instead of being a LeBron James, I'm the dude that pays LeBron James now. Does that make sense? Instead of being a rock star, I own the record label. That is interdependence. That's being able to work with other people. That's synergy. To be able to get from independence to interdependence, there's 3 more habits. Think win-win, seek first to understand and then to be understood, and then synergize. Synergy is defined as 2 or more agents that come together are greater than their individual effect. Peanut butter's good, jelly's good, put them together with some milk, you got a banging lunch. Make sense? The last habit is sharpen the saw. So the reason why I bring this up, it's very relevant to everything we talked about this morning, If you truly want to be successful, it can't just be about you. It can't be. You have to be able to coexist and create that win-win with your other team members, and also especially with clients and prospects. You can't just crack people like baby seals and make all these crazy grosses and not take care of them. That was the catch. You can still make a lot of money, but you have to take care of your people. You have to be able to cultivate them. Does that make sense? The best way is be able to create that win-win opportunity. This right here is from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I highly recommend that you get the book. It's by Dr. Stephen Covey, one of the best books I've read. And again, it's my pleasure to help you out. But do you see how this makes sense? Most salespeople, unfortunately, are in these 2 categories. The very few are in the interdependent category. What you want to be able to do is try to get to the highest state of evolution in your craft. Kate, does that make sense? Without a doubt. Okay, that's good.